Speaking of making fun of people, I got to go with a serious tip of the cat. Homeless
tip
cat.
Tip of the cat, huh?
Tip of the cat. To Ariel Helwani.
All right.
Of the MMA Hour. This is a guy who has had beef with Brendan Schaub numerous times. Mm-hmm. And every time Ariel Helwani has beef with Brendan Schaub, he humiliates him. I mean, humiliates him and then doesn't stop and then digs in harder. It always ends. All like 3 or 4 times they've beefed, it's always ended with Brendan and Brian Callen calling Ariel Helwani and going, what can we do to make this stop?
Just go away.
What can we do to make this stop and you'll stop shitting on us? And Ariel Helwani will always go publicly, tell them they called him, tell them they begged him to stop, declare his victory, call it a 10-7 round, and move on. But then Brendan, the funniest part about Ariel Helwani, Brendan Schaub beefs, Brendan always starts it.
Well, shocking.
He always talks shit about Ariel Helwani. Helwani hears it, and Helwani goes, oh, really? How about you're a mush-mouth moron who, got knocked out of the UFC. You can't talk for shit. You're not funny, and your comedy specials all suck ass.
Well, that's the thing. He's an easy target, and Ariel Helwani isn't like a pushover by any means.
Right.
So he's going to go for it.
So Ariel decided, I think Ariel was bored. And Ariel decided, since he had, what's his name? Schulz. Andrew Schulz. Andrew Schulz on as a guest. He thought that he would, and Andrew Schulz is relative friends with Brendan Schaub. And what I love about Ariel Helwani, or Heelwani, as Camo Monkey says, a common moniker for him, he has no problem stirring the shit in front of someone who would be made uncomfortable by it.
Oh, yeah.
He has no problem going right to one of Brendan's friends' faces and goes, hey, Brendan Schaub really sucks a bag of dicks at comedy, doesn't he?
It's almost a sport for him.
And the guy has to sit there and be uncomfortable. What I love about the 3 clips we're about to watch from Helwani with Andrew Schulz is A, it shows you how quickly comedians can become uncomfortable. As much as they want to be the arbiters of free speech, man, and, we go to the edge, bro, and we're really edgy. These guys can be made so uncomfortable so quick. You saw it with Jonah this morning when we had him on.
Yes.
You shit on other comedians that everybody knows sucks, and these guys clam up tighter than a deacon's asshole.
He was like the nice little church lady that's got to keep his nose clean this morning. And, we don't talk bad about these people.
Well, let's take an Andrew Schulz, for example. Heelwani has him absolutely ass-puckering this entire interview and trying to play it off. But meanwhile, Andrew Schulz will tell you, I'm a ball buster. I'm an edgy comic. I say what I want. I do what I want. Then talk shit about a comic that you all know sucks.
Join us.
But he's a friend of mine. I don't care. You know he sucks. You know what's more shitty than just saying he sucks is
telling him he doesn't suck.
Right. Us all knowing he's terrible, and then you egging him on.
When you're a friend to somebody and they're doing something bad or wrong, you don't tell them, "Oh, you're doing great, buddy." Right. That's not going to help them.
Because then they release 2 specials that get a combined 3 stars out of 10 on IMDb, and then they break down and start gathering data on people like Brendan Schaub has with Bobby Lee, and they start getting paranoid and lose their shit and start suing YouTubers.
It's ugly.
You got to be honest with these guys. If you're a friend, these comedians, they want you to believe that they're ball breakers and they're tough guys. These guys are, I've told you about Red Bar. I've told you about all these people. Any comedian you can think of, they're all fucking pussies, guys. They're all soft. They make me look hard by comparison, and I'm just a regular guy. I'll talk shit about anybody.
Well, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
If you're going to be a ball buster, too, most people aren't afraid of, shitting on somebody close to them. You'll shit on every single one of your second mics for anything.
All of these people I make fun of, DSP, Brendan Schaub, Red Bar, any radio person, all these people, it's because they aren't people to me. They're targets. They're digital blurs on a computer screen, and they're there to be fucked with. I don't give a shit
they fell
about
on your radar.
Any of these people. If they make $5 million or fucking die tomorrow, I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. They exist in my world solely to be made fun of, mocked, and used for material. So I don't give a shit if they say bad things about me because the blurry thing on a TV screen is not going to be able to hurt my feelings.
It's not scary.
Just like I would hope I can't hurt their feelings because I'm just a blurry guy on a TV screen who's going to die someday. You guys are going to be fine. So let's watch these Ariel Helwani clips. And let's check out him talking to Andrew Schulz. And I think what makes me love this Helwani is that he enjoys it so much.
Well, like I said, I think this is sport for him.
He sees a comic like Andrew Schulz who's like, oh, yeah, I got a badass podcast. I talk lots of shit. I'm a professional comedian. And Helwani's like, yeah, really stupid? Watch me make you uncomfortable. It's like when you have a 190-pound guy who knows a certain martial arts pressure point hold, and there's a 320-pound bodybuilder, and he's like, "Oh, fuck you up." And the 190-pound guy takes his pinky and folds it a certain way, and the 320-pound guy, "Oh, fuck, Jesus, stop."
I kind of see him also. He's kind of like a cat playing with his food.
Yes.
He absolutely knows that the other person's uncomfortable, and he loves it.
You think that Ariel Helwani, the biggest MMA guy out there, wanted to have Andrew Schulz on because he just likes Andrew Schulz so fucking much and he's such a huge fan? No. He wanted to talk shit about Brendan Schaub right to the face of one of his friends to show how fucking cool he is.
And you know what else? I bet he loves the idea of that getting back to Brendan Schaub.
Yes.
So
100%.
Yeah, if you talk to the right people.
All right, guys. Heelwani. Here we go.
He reached out to you?
Yeah, and he reached out, and actually Schaub was the guy who connected us. Your best friends, yeah. Schaub connected us.
We're good.
And
we're good. Meaning, like, I just smacked that guy around because Heelwani doesn't care if people bring up Schaub because he knows that he's bashed this guy in the face so many times that this guy is not a threat.
And great interview with him, by the way.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Walking that truck, yeah.
Did you hear what he said? Walking that. See, Heelwani reads The Fighter in the Kids subreddit, so he knows all the sayings. Do you know what the reference walk in the trug is?
I don't know.
The walk in the trug thing, you know what it is, you just don't know what that reference means.
Yeah.
Walk in the trug is a reference to him allegedly asking Annie Lederman to come to his car and suck his dick.
Yep.
That
That's
accusation.
kind of where I was leaning.
So the guys on Fighter and the Kid will label some of their posts with walk in the trug or walk me to the trug.
Little
or something like that.
words.
So Heelwani likes to go, I'm just calling him Heelwani naturally now. Heelwani will bring up Andrew Schulz, Brendan's buddy, Brendan's friend. And look at this. This laugh of Andrew Schulz means he knows Brendan's a fuck up. He knows Brendan's a goof. He knows all this shit's hilarious, but he won't admit it. And Heelwani, like you said, just wants to play with his food on the off chance that this fucker will just be honest.
He probably goes back to Brendan after something like this. If Brendan says anything to him, he's like, "Oh man, you were laughing. What's that about?"
He
and
wants
he's like,
Schulz.
"Oh no, man, I'm just."
He wants Schulz to have to go back to Brendan and answer for the Heelwani interview.
Shit,
yeah.
man.
We're good.
And
great interview with him, by the way.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Walking that truck, yeah.
What a little shit.
Look at his little face, too.
That was good. That was good. It was a solid 1.7 out of 10.
Exploded.
Oh
no.
A solid 1.7 out of 10. Again, referencing the comedy special ratings of one Brendan Schaub. God, I fucking love this guy.
He is great.
Yeah, exactly.
Just went on fire.
T-Fat.
Again, if I was upset and I disagreed with someone who was shitting on my friend, I wouldn't be on their show laughing my fucking balls off and going, "Oh, you're really sticking the knife in."
Right. I could see you being like, "Oh, no, man, it's more this."
Schulz is laughing because he knows this to be true. And he's too uncomfortable to say it. That's what I hate about comics. That's why I find that whole business phony, is because you guys want to be the truth tellers. You guys want to be the hardcores. You want to say how, you speak truth to power. And then you won't even fucking you won't even have some fun and shit on a guy who you clearly both agree is terrible.
Isn't right. There's part of me that thinks that maybe somebody like Andrew Schulz hangs around a Brendan Schaub because he thinks there's a rub there. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
And I don't think Brendan Schaub is super successful at this point. It seems like he's tanking a bit.
He's tanking
But I think
hard.
that people might stick around somebody like him because, what if I can get a little success off of that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So here's the second clip of Schaub and Heelwani. I don't even know which one this is. I'm just along for the ride.
If someone goes up there and tries to be a comic, does it bother you?
No.
I keep thinking back to Schaub's stand-up thing where he's talking about that guy and how he's gonna fuck that guy because he's just so damn hot. That's what I go to every time I picture this.
But I want to see. So we're 5 seconds in. I'm sorry. I'm going to restart this. I want to see how long it takes Schulz to realize who Heelwani's talking about.
If someone goes up there and tries to be a comic, does it bother you?
No, I get it. I get why they're doing it. And it doesn't take anything.
Inclusive. Like if I'm like, I want to be a comic, and let's say I'm like I don't know, like a former athlete, a former fighter, and
You know what?
It's his face too.
Here's another thing that annoys me about everyone in comedy except maybe Louis J. Gomez from Legion of Skanks.
Okay.
Nobody, even the great Tim Dillon, that everybody seems to love, would. And I like Tim Dillon. I'm not shitting on Tim Dillon.
Aren't you leaving out Bert Kreischer?
But what I'm saying is, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, all of them. Check this out. What I hate about all those phony fucking comics is that until the Bobby Lee shit and the Gringo Papi, and until Joe Rogan removed his shroud of protection from Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen, nobody would admit that motherfucker wasn't funny.
Right?
Nothing changed. Brendan didn't get unfunny. These guys just were afraid of Joe. Guys, I don't even know Joe. And those of us who have watched him for years know Joe doesn't watch this shit. Joe doesn't bother himself with this.
He doesn't need it.
That's why he's Joe Rogan and you're down here. Because he's not paying attention. So you guys could have called Brendan Schaub unfunny. You could have made fun of him, goofed on him. Louis J. Gomez has for years. The New York guys have made fun of Brendan Schaub forever. But only once Rogan said, I don't like this Bobby Lee stuff. I like Bobby. He's my friend.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, Bert and Tom and all these other people, it's open season on Brendan Schaub now. Go fuck yourselves.
Isn't it interesting how dishonest most people will be all their lives about certain topics until
they're
they
safe.
think the one weapon is dismantled and now it's open season?
Crazy.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I go,
crazy.
You go on the stage. Do you feel like, get out of here, man? I take this seriously.
No, just do it. Take it serious.
Okay, that one did make him uncomfortable, and he did try to spin out of that one a little bit. And then there's the last Ariel Helwani clip. Another Gringo Papi reference. Fucking love this guy.
Now, on a scale of, let's say, 1 and Gringo Papi, how good is the stand-up? I'm just curious.
Okay, you're laughing. I'm sorry, guys. I'll let you watch that one. You're laughing because you know that Gringo Papi was terrible. Why would you be laughing at that if you didn't know what he meant? Why are you laughing at that for no reason?
Right, the uncomfortable, awkward laugh.
You know, because Gringo Papi is shorthand for really shitty fucking comedy special.
Dumpster fire.
It supplanted Amy Schumer's Leather special as the most horrific thing to watch in comedy history.
And that was barf-worthy, honestly.
So, to Andrew Schulz, I say this to people in my life. I've said this to people I've shit on when they're not being honest and they're just, trying to cover up how they really feel. I'll say this to Andrew Schulz and to all these other comics who don't want to. If you're in a local comedy scene and you perceive one of these people as bigger than you or they can do something for you, none of them can. They're all phonies. They're all hacks just like you. So if they're pulling bullshit and they're holding people back, it's not because they're powerful and they're good. It's because they're insecure and shitty. Call them out, make fun of them, taunt them, call them out, yell at them at every turn, make them feel uncomfortable, shit on them hard. Always. That's why people go, why, for your show, you shit on people. Why do you do that? I want them to be uncomfortable.
Keep them in check.
I want them to know that someone is out there watching.
I'm watching you.
And I don't care if it's a guy with like 3,500 subs. It'll be a lot more. Trust me. But at least somebody is seeing this and then maybe 3,000 people see it, and of those 3,000, 500 go, oh yeah, I didn't think of that before. Let's start thinking that way.
Guys, on to something.
So let's watch Andrew Schulz here laugh. Yeah, and then just shit on your buddy. Because then maybe if enough of you shit on your buddy right to his face, he'll stop doing comedy or he'll stop filming specials and podcasts and he'll go back underground and work on it and get better.
Why can't Andrew just sit here and be like, you know what, man, I totally get why you're saying what you're saying. It wasn't that great. I think you should work harder.
Now, on a scale of...
By the way, what level, 1 to 10, is Brendan Schaub Ariel Helwani's bitch?
Oh, God. Like 10 being all the way bitch?
Yeah.
He's an 11.
Yeah. He is so Ariel Helwani's bitch.
Now, on a scale of, let's say, 1 and Gringo Papi, how good is...
See, look, why are you laughing as soon as you hear Gringo Papi? Oh, he's my friend, man. He's my friend. Then why did you laugh? If he's your friend, don't laugh. Be like, Gringo Papi was a wonderful... Say with a straight face if it's your friend, Gringo Papi was a wonderful special. Like, you know who did it? I'm going to give Corey a great compliment here because we only insult each other privately on the phone now. Okay. I'm going to give Corey a great compliment. Josh Denny should be sucking Corey Adams' dick because Corey is a very good friend.
Yeah.
Because Corey will sit there with a straight face.
Defend the hell out of him.
And go, oh no, when Gavin McInnes and Anthony Cumia go do a show, Denny sells a few of the tickets. Bull fuck, not a single one. Oh. Not a single one. Anthony Cumia and Gavin McInnes sell them all and bring them there and give them a couple bucks.
You even pulled out your Lenny voice for that one. He sells a couple tickets, George.
But he doesn't. And he knows that deep down. But God damn it, he defended him.
He's a good friend.
That's what Schulz should be doing for Brendan Schaub, what Corey Adam did for Josh Denny. Yeah. And fucking lie to protect your friend. But he knows how dangerous Ariel Helwani is, and he doesn't want Helwani mad at him, so he sells his friends down the river. You don't need a friend like that.
Don't you just maybe not go on the Ariel Helwani show?
Or if you're going to go on the Ariel Helwani show, go on there, laugh about Gringo Papi, and go, yeah, that was a piece of shit. That was really bad. Don't laugh at the Gringo Papi reference and then go, oh, no, don't do that. Oh, that's so mean. That's you getting to be cool with the audience and let them know that you know it's shitty too, but you also get to go back to Brendan and go, oh, no, I told him not to.
That's why I kind of said I think he wants his cake and eating it too, so he gets to go on his show, but then he gets to go back to Brendan and be like, I don't want to agree with anything that guy said, and go be friends with him too.
Now, I like Ariel Helwani, but here's my problem with how soft these comics are. I'll beef with Ariel Helwani. I'll talk shit with Ariel Helwani. I don't give a fuck about Ariel Helwani. I love him. I think he's immensely talented. But if it ever came where someone was like, Ariel Helwani's talking shit about you, I wouldn't be like Schaub and these other guys go, oh no, what do I do? I'd be like, well, damage is done. He's talked shit about me. Let's hammer the fuck out of him some.
I don't even see that anymore. I think, ooh.
And then we'll both get bored and move on.
Yeah.
God, people take this shit so seriously. We're yapping into some microphones and trying to make people laugh and make fun of other people. Calm down, you bitches. You're all a bunch of bitches.
We're making observations.
It's the stand-up. I'm just curious. I'm curious. I'm curious. How good is it?
Like, you're gonna draw me in.
I'm just curious.
You're gonna draw me in. Why? Why would he have to draw you in?
What is there to be drawn to, sir?
If you think Gringo Papi is fine and that's not funny, then what is he drawing you into? Exactly. You have to be drawn in to say that your friend's shitty?
The fact that he knows there's something to be drawn into is admission, in my opinion.
I have to see Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
When you buy
July
it from 17th. My website.
Right. Well, I was building. I just wanted to get a frame of reference how good it was. I just wanted.
You want it. You're good. You're good.
He's the best. Be very clear.
He is good, and he sits over there with that smug-ass look on his face the whole time, and it's so funny.
Ariel Helwani is the absolute man. 100%. Trident says, do you want to hear a joke? Gringo Papi. That's basically all he's doing is going Gringo Papi, and the guy goes, ha 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 ha. That's it. I want to thank Crazy Kid, who's brand new to the show. He says, you're good at YouTube. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Crazy Kid.
I appreciate that. Linda says, everyone makes fun of DSP. That is easy. I agree with you. And that's why like we said this morning on the morning show, I just said, I don't feel like talking about DSP anymore because he just does the same shit over and over.
Let's wait and see what he comes out with, something new.
I Sneeze says, you are mad. You just haven't figured out how to push it east. Keep the double G, big guy. Yes, you're right, I Sneeze. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle says, why did he feel comfortable talking about him in front of that friend? Because Ariel Helwani owns Brendan Schaub and does not give a flying fuck. And he knows, what I love about Ariel, he knows that Schulz knows that it's a piece of shit, and he's exposing him. Mm-hmm. I loved it. Nate says, April, my wife said you're wearing a fake bun.
No.
That's a fake bun.
No, you tug on it. It's real.
Nate Barr. I like Nate, by the way. I say Nate Barr lovingly. Nate Barr. There is a strict no fake bun policy on this show.
No fake hair.
I would shave her head on the air if she was wearing a fake bun.
My hair is 100% natural.
Doesn't
ever shave.
Carlos also says comedy special is a stretch. You know what? That's true.
I think that every time you call it a special is like 25-minute clip or...
Right.
You mean a special? I can come out with a special if you'd like.
Schulz is a comedian. Helwani is an MMA reporter. Isn't that the weirdest part, though? Helwani's not even the professional comedian, and he's far out funnying these guys because these guys take comedy too seriously.
That is it. I always get a crack out of it. Like, isn't comedy supposed to be funny? Aren't you supposed to be the guy that can take a joke or take a little needling?
Or a load.
Or a load or
for a goof.
two?
For a goof.